Mindfulness. It's a useful exercise to visualize a place where you can calm your mind. Let's go to the forest, a place where you can disappear. No notifications, emails, no tension, just vanish. In fact, if you look up people who have actually vanished in a forest, the number is statistically higher than you'd like. Nahanni National Park Reserve in Canada's Northwest Territories, for one, is associated with almost 50 mostly unexplained deaths and disappearances since 1908. That's crazy. But your vanishing is a good vanishing. The wilderness, dirt, trails, this beautiful gorge in front of you, a narrow valley of rocky walls and an endless river running along the base. Slack notifications can't reach you here. No one knows about this special place or that you're even here. Much like the 200-mile gorge in Nahanni National Park, where it took 9 years to find some prospector's headless corpse in 1945. But that's not you. You will be freeing your mind, but not your whole head, from your body in a place now often called the Valley of Headless Men. That's not where you are. The place where you are is like that beautiful place, but not that specific place. This is a chance to notice your surroundings. This is not something you need to do with just your eyes, but your whole state of being. It's the stroke of midnight now, and you're standing here in this calm forest, the leaves rustling so loudly in the cool summer air. You can barely hear your own pulse racing, but you can feel it. Small animals are scurrying, the small twigs breaking under your cautious step. The sounds of a fella named Ricky hiding behind one of the trees, asking if you're selling X. You're not. Wish Ricky well and walk away. And breathe in that fresh air given to you by the trees that surround you. If, upon a little more consideration, you think Ricky might mean business, maybe he has a bulge of bills burning a hole in his pocket and he's just looking for a quick score, allow yourself to sniff him out. If this sketch dude isn't a narc, but rather simply a consumer looking to fizz out and roll on a double drop of Molly, E-bomb, Skittles, and if you got the product, sure, take his cash, slip him his dime bag of hug drugs and go. Mindfulness can still include networking. And then go deep into the forest with your whole self, open to the stars, filling the night sky, a mist that surrounds you, a fog, moisture on your skin, a howl behind you. Is it a wolf? No, just your main man, Ricky, raving unhappy pills. But remember, Ricky who? You've never met Ricky. He's never met you. You have no idea when asked by the authorities about the man in the cuddle puddle tripping balls on Scooby snacks where he got his stuff. You can just say maybe the trees gave it to him. If you say that, the fuzz might just leave you alone in solitude. In this forest, you can lie down now. You don't have to be afraid here. You have the power of your mind, the strength of your character, the will in your heart, the ferocity of your whole self. Also, strapped to your right ankle is a diamond blade Pinnacle 1 Skinner, a $250 hunting knife with a 2.5-inch friction forged D2 steel blade. No one's messing with you while you're trying to find some inner peace, or they will find themselves on the business end of a hunting shank that claims to not dull for years. And when it does, you know that you will have the space and time to resharpen it. And that does take some time due to the friction forging process in the manufacturing. You know that because Phil at the camping store told you that when you bought it, but he was just reading it off the box pretending it was his own knowledge. Phil's not really fooling anyone, is he? Maybe just himself, but not you. But you did buy the knife, but that's because you're looking for inner peace and you are entitled to have a knife while you do so. In the distance now, you're back in the forest. Far, very far away is a light. Feel that now, the exhilaration. Who is this? Who is this light? Another lonely soul? This companionship, this sense of connection to another person is something we hate to lose when it's gone, but yet we fear to go after. Is the risk that high? The risk of rejection, maybe? Not the physical risk, of course. The odds that this person could have anything near the threatening ability of your hunting shank is absurd, laughable. Take a moment to laugh at this person. What a fool, sitting there unaware that your blade is a stunning 65 rating on the Rockwell scale. cause you trouble, and it will cut through their bones like butter. But once you're finished laughing, and only then, consider what if the threat is only to your ego. So you walk toward incomplete silence. You approach the light. It's not a person after all, is it? It's a home. There, in the middle of all this tranquility. Wood paneling on the outside, a small garden out front, the smell of a fireplace on a cool night. And so ends the adventure, perhaps. Just a place to go in, go to sleep. This is not a lonely soul, not hungry for companionship. But it's okay if you still are. In fact, it's the middle of the night now and you've been walking around some forest selling drugs, so maybe you're hungry for all kinds of things. Let's break into the house. They're likely asleep anyway if there's anyone in there. Let's go through the window. Take a moment to find peace. The adrenaline of a well-executed break and enter can affect your sleep later if you're not methodical. The kitchen window has a latch lock, but the washroom window does not. Also, the floors are more likely to be tiled in the washroom and less likely to creak while you figure out your game plan to mindfulness and a good sandwich. Through the window, the edge of the washroom now, you turn the corner, ready to make your move to the kitchen. You're stopped in your tracks, though. It's another soul. In this case, the homeowner. He was sleeping on the sofa. Trouble with the missus, clearly. You find a place of stillness, a place you find quite quickly when faced with another person who probably actually lives in this house, and they're awake now. But he's got a baseball bat. Lucky for you, he has it swung around his shoulder. No idea that the best way to use a baseball bat to fend off a home intruder is to jab it like a pool cue, as he doesn't possibly have the room to manage a good swing in here. But he tries anyway. A crash against the family photos on the wall. A light turns on down the hall. Someone else. Gotta be the missus. Trouble. Time to cheese it. You've been bit. Breathe. Feel that rush. But pull your blade first. Thrust. And again. He dodges. He's crying now. Take a moment to feel the sadness of a fellow human being. It's this empathy that makes it harder to walk away, but we must. Catalog this. It's important to remember the sensation of being in the presence of a fellow human in need. Even if you put him there. You tell him to tell the cops your name is Ricky. You grab a container of Costco cookies from the counter and you run. Run. Yes, some crazy stuff goes down in the woods, but you have the right to disappear and not owe anything to anyone. No punch clocks, no small talk, no explanations to authorities. If you found mindfulness tonight, leave a like. If you want to disappear for good in a metaphorical way, but not a dead in the wilderness way, you can subscribe.